Mia and the Wombat. Mia loves adventures. And this was the biggest adventure of all, camping in Australia. The sky was huge and the air smelled of dry grass and eucalyptus. Together with Mom and Dad, she sat in front of their tent on chairs. For dinner, they were having thick sandwiches. Suddenly, there was a rustling in the bushes. "Be quiet," whispered Dad. Out of the darkness waddled something that looked like a very large, very plush, and very grumpy potato on 4 legs. "A wombat," Mia whispered excitedly. It was a male, built compactly like a little tank. The wombat sniffed in their direction, his nose twitching. He seemed particularly interested in the bread on the camping table. Wombats have to chew a lot, you see, because their teeth never stop growing. "Good night, little friend," Mom said later as they crawled into the tent. Unfortunately, they left the rest of the bread outside. In the middle of the night, Mia woke up to a noise. Crinkle crunch. Someone was pulling at a plastic bag. Mia peeked out of the tent entrance. In the moonlight, she saw the plush potato sprinting away with an entire loaf of bread in its mouth. And wow, was he fast. Mia didn't know that these chubby animals can sprint almost as fast as an Olympic runner, up to 40 kilometers per hour or 25 miles per hour. The next morning, the outrage was big. "Our breakfast," cried Dad. "We have to find the thief," Mia decided. "He can't be far." The search was easier than expected, because the cheeky wombat had left a trail. A very strange trail. "Mom, look," cried Mia, pointing at the ground. "They're lace small, brown things. These look like dice from a board game, but made of dirt." Mom laughed. "That's wombat poop. They are the only animals in the world that poop in cubes. That way, it doesn't roll away when they mark their territory." Mia giggled. They followed the road of cubes and breadcrumbs, which led to a large mound of earth under an old tree, the entrance to the wombat burrow. But something was wrong there. A skinny, yellowish dog, a wild dingo, stood in front of the hole, barking angrily. He was trying to dig into the burrow. "Oh no," cried Mia. "The dingo wants to eat our bread thief?" But the wombat was smart. He had turned around inside the entrance. All the dingo could see and bite was the big, round wombat butt. "He's using his butt as a door?" Mia marveled. And it was a very sturdy door. A wombat's butt consists of a super hard plate of cartilage. The dingo was practically breaking his teeth on it. It was the perfect defense. Still, the family had to help. "Hey, get lost," shouted Dad loudly, clapping his hands. Mom and Mia made themselves look big and yelled, "Go away." The dingo, who hadn't expected so much noise, yelped in fright and ran off into the bush. Cautiously, the wombat turned around in the entrance. He blinked into the sun. Behind him, a second, smaller wombat head briefly popped up, sticking out of the mother's pouch towards her hind legs, because wombat pouches face backwards so no dirt gets in while digging. The bread thief wombat came all the way out of the cave. He looked at the family and wiggled his nose briefly. He didn't seem cheeky anymore, but somehow grateful. "I guess we're not getting the bread back," Dad said with a sigh. "He's going to be digesting that for 2 weeks now." Mia carefully took an apple out of her backpack and gave it to the wombat. He sniffed it and began to munch happily. "I think," said Mia happily, "we just saved the beginning of a beautiful friendship, even if he is a bread thief." And that is how the wombat and the girl became friends. The end. What a cute wombat. We learned a lot about wombats today, so let's recap what Mia discovered on her camping trip. First, remember those strange brown dice Mia found. It turns out wombats are the only animals in the world that poop in cubes. This square shape stops the droppings from rolling away, so they can better mark their territory. Second, we saw that they have buns of steel. A wombat's bottom is made of a super hard plate of cartilage. When a predator like a dingo attacks, the wombat blocks the hole with its rear end. It makes for a perfect shield. Third, they are fast potatoes. They might look chubby and slow, but they can sprint up to 40 kilometers per hour or 25 miles per hour. That is almost as fast as a human Olympic runner. Fourth, unlike kangaroos, a mommy wombat's pouch faces backwards. This keeps the dirt from flying onto the baby's face while the mom is digging. And finally, their teeth never stop growing. That is why they have to chew so much on grass, roots, and sometimes even camping bread. Thanks for joining Mia on her adventure.
Under the moonlight, sneaky and sly, a furry bandit with a twinkle in his eye. Wombat waddles soft as a breeze, sniffing the air for buttery cheese. Oh, naughty wombat, stealing our bread, campsite chaos while we're in bed. Tiny paws and a daring plan, caught in the act, little bread thief ran. He left crumbs where the firelight fades, a trail of proof through the eucalyptus shade. Laughing shadows dance on the ground as the clever thief makes no sound. Oh, naughty wombat, stealing our bread, campsite chaos while we're in bed. Tiny paws and a daring plan, caught in the act, little bread thief friend. Moon's your witness, stars don't tell. Wombat secrets, they guard them well. A bandit's life under silver skies, charming trouble with mischief eyes. Oh, naughty wombat, you win tonight. Under the moon, your crime takes flight. We'll bake more bread, but don't forget you're the cutest thief we've ever met.